So yeah, I'm a catfish. I spend most of my days pretending to be other people, fake people, tricking people into being my friends online. And I love it. Most of all, I love doing all the boys' voices on the phone when my friends call. They always want to call. Every one of them has that same thought that if they'd call and that sweet, sensitive teen they'd been talking to answered, then that kid was real. They're all on to me to some degree, but they all want to believe me so bad. Hang on every piece of evidence they can find that I am who I say I am. But that's never actually true. I think they all just want a friend, same as I do. The reason I love doing the boys' voices was because I'd always have to think why they sounded the ways they did. Why did poor old Billy have a lisp? Did bad boy Nate smoke? Did Latino James have an accent? With the girls, I'd use my own voice. Boring. Sometimes I give them closure. I can't juggle all of them at once. Sometimes that nice gay teen from Minnesota sends you one last melodramatic message before surgery, only to die on the table. Sometimes Helen just needs to move on with her life, quit her internet addiction, get back to her art. But most of the time I get bored, and I can't even be bothered for an excuse. I just stop posting. The whole network goes quiet. Poor old kid on the other end never understands why his new internet friend Clay stopped messaging him. Why everyone around Clay suddenly goes quiet. Most of them flail, sending increasingly desperate messages demanding attention. Serves them right for being so dull, so boring, for wasting my time. Richard, Dick, is never boring of all my friends. He's my favorite. He thinks my name is Christie. Every image he's ever seen of me is of a Finnish actress who should keep her Instagram private. He thinks I'm a school teacher in Iowa. Richard always has something to say, and he loves me. Being loved is easy. Most of them love me, but only some of them admit it. So few of them are emotionally developed enough to hide it well. I wouldn't have talked to them if they were. Dick is never afraid to express his emotions. Dick knows me so well, knows Christy so well. But knowing him, being close to him as her, it makes me want to be her, be Christy, the way he'd want me to be her if he knew who I really was. It makes it so that more of me goes into her than anyone else I've ever been. One of the best parts about having so many friends is that they send you gifts. My friends are always so generous. I give them gifts too. Sometimes I order something new for them from my disability checks. Most of the time I send them the things other friends sent me and I didn't like. Dick would send me things too. He was always so kind. Christy was always so thankful for his help. Those crayons he sent for her class, those valentines, those roses and the trophies, they're a part of what I love most about Dick. How seriously wrong something is with him. It's never boring to talk to him, to see how deep his brokenness goes. His sick fantasies of what he'll do to me when we meet, his opinions on women, bodies, and death, his changing obsessions with dirt, bile, and battery fluid, it's intoxicating. It's more fun than I have with anyone else. But I know I should be afraid. Dick sends me these trophies. I didn't get why he called them that at first, but now I think I do. They're little trinkets, jewelry, scarves, and other pieces of clothing. High-end stuff, always used, always fashionable. Once he sent me a single high-heel shoe. When I told him there was just one, he went silent for days. Another came in the mail, same make, same model, but a different size, a different amount of wear on it. I think he's taking them from dead people. 3 months ago, he sent me an article about a missing woman from his area. and she had this red scarf on, a beautiful red scarf. He was on one of his rants, this time about people who go missing, who run away from home, who leave their families. I told him how pretty that scarf looked. 3 weeks later, I got one in the mail, worn down by the elements. Its color faded, but the same scarf. I think there's more to Dick than just fantasy, and I don't know what to do. There's the other kind of way this can end, when my friends find me out, when they get a look of who I really am. The first time it happened, it was my fault. I fucked up. I confessed. I sent 19-year-old Jenny a picture of my real face. She called me an ugly, lying whore. Sometimes they find me. They rarely ever try to physically hurt me. I've moved twice now. I know this is how it will end with Dick. I know I must put a stop to him, but I can't tell the police. I'm not exactly an innocent babe here. I need my friends, and I know if I tell the cops, they'll make it all go away. My friends are all I have. Please, I think this is the first time in years I've posted anything online as myself. Nothing I've done in years has ever felt as difficult. Please be my friends and help me.